How's it going, everybody? Cameron here with Canadian Gamer, coming at you with another video. Hope you guys are excited for the weekend. I know there's some nice weather up here in Ontario, Canada, so hopefully you can all get out there and enjoy some of this weather wherever you are. First thing I want to talk about here, beer of the day. Now this one here, drink of the gods. That's Pabst Blue Ribbon. So we'll pour a little bit of this into the glass and we'll get things started. Again, real short video here. I appreciate everybody that left a comment earlier on my last video there talking about, the prices of video games, specifically used games, Nintendo Wii, PS3, during this pandemic. So, yeah, interesting topic. I got some good conversations going in the comments section. And I even started talking to another guy. Just subscribed to his channel today, Generation Pixel. So if you're watching this video, buddy, I look forward to checking out your content this evening as well. And I'll leave a pinned comment with a link to his channel if you want to check his channel out. So what do I want to talk about today? Let me just take a sip of this beer. Tastes like nectar. So what I want to talk about today, a couple of months ago I was out in Kingston, Ontario, and I picked up this game. It's called Sub-Terrania for the Genesis. Now, it's just crazy because if you read the backstory on this game, and I just want to sort of read a little bit off of Wikipedia here. Sub-Terrania is a 1994 multi-directional shooter developed by Danish studio Zinrix and published by Sega for the Genesis and the Mega Drive. Now, the game, what's interesting about this game, a few things. Number one, a lot of times, I think depending on the region you're in, when you put this game in, the title screen shows 1994, but the game actually came out in 1993. Now, apparently when this game came out, it was a bust. Like, it wasn't heavily promoted. It didn't have a big media push from Sega, and the game just didn't do well. It sold poorly, which is crazy because at least up here in Canada, or at least in Ontario, Canada, whenever I do get the chance to go out and look for Genesis games, this is oftentimes a common game that I see. So I think the game was mass-produced. It just didn't sell well, but I think there's a lot of copies out there. Now, talk about a game that gives off a terrible first impression. So when you first put this game in, a lot of websites out there promote it as a shmup or a shoot 'em up, but it's not really, in the truest sense, I wouldn't really call it a shoot 'em up. The game is very physics based, so you're controlling this little spaceship, and so like I said, when you start the game, you're really turned off by, at least I was. You're like, what the hell is going on here? I'm dying every 2 seconds. Why is this so difficult? Kind of shaking my head, but as you continue to play the game, you quickly realize, is this game difficult, or is it just difficult to master the gravity controls of the spaceship? So that's the thing. If you read on Wikipedia, I think one of the game developers, or someone who was close to the project of the game, he mentioned he's not the best gamer in the world, but he managed to beat this game. And how did he beat it? He stuck with it until he got really comfortable with the controls and he mastered the controls. And I think there's 9 levels in this game. So I think that's the key to this game. I don't think it's necessarily a hard game, while it can be difficult. I think it's just a matter of sticking with it and mastering, like I said, those gravity controls. So I didn't play a lot of it. I played it for about 45 minutes and I got to the 3rd level. I think I can do much better than that. But I don't know. I'm really impressed with this game. The soundtrack in the game, it's almost like a New Order soundtrack, or maybe a mix of New Order and Nine Inch Nails. Each song is about 5 minutes long. Some of the best audio that I've heard coming out of the Sega Genesis or the Model 1 that I've ever heard. It's absolutely incredible. And it's funny, too, when you see the title screen, I'll show you a picture here. I saw the title screen, I'm like, that looks familiar. And then, sure enough, the company that made Sub-Terrania is the same company that made Red Zone for the Sega Genesis as well, which had some impressive technical feats for the Genesis coming out of the software, coming out of the cart. It's like one of the only games on the Genesis that has full motion video capabilities coming right out of the cart. Pretty impressive for the time. But like I said, with Sub-Terrania, it's got 9 levels, and now I'm really intrigued with this game. I want to stick with it. I want to see if I can get all the way to the end. I want to master the controls. It's a very technical game. I imagine there's a lot of gamers out there that put this game on and didn't give it a chance and didn't stick with it. But the more I played the game, again, the more I realized it's about mastering those gravity controls. Anyone who's played it, you know what I'm talking about. And, I don't want to talk too much about the actual game, but you move your spaceship around, and the goal is to sort of pick up your men that are walking around on the base. You have to land your starship, and they get into it. And then you have to conserve your fuel as well. So you need to strategically go in the right direction, the right routes to conserve your fuel. And not only that, there's boss battles. I get to the second level, and there's this giant head, and I managed to defeat him. And then, like I said, I got to the third level, and then I died at that point. But yeah, I'm just really impressed with this game. And the thing is it's so cheap right now to buy this game. I saw on eBay, of all places, you could get a copy complete in box for $25 plus free shipping and handling. I think I paid not even $5 for this game when I bought it in Kingston. And I don't know, I just think this game has a lot of charm. I don't know if the dev team did much else other than Red Zone in this game. But now that I've played this game, I think this is going to be one of my most favorite games on the Genesis. And I think it's an overlooked game. I think it's a misunderstood masterpiece, if it's okay for me to call it that. I think it is one of the better games on the Genesis. A lot of gamers, they complain that games are too easy. And then you see a game like this, and then they try it out, and they think it's too hard. But like I said, I don't think it's necessarily too hard. I think it's just a matter of mastering the controls. Once you master the controls, you'll be able to breeze your way through the 9 stages. Kind of like the game Out of This World. Extremely intimidating for someone who's never played it before. Almost off-putting. I could see how a lot of people back in the day walked away from that game. I managed to beat that game, albeit back in the day I used walkthroughs. But now that I've mastered that game, I can almost beat that game with a blindfold on, and I know my way around the stages. And I'm very much appreciative of that experience, because it's very memorable. It's ingrained in my brain, being able to go through that game and beat it and know all the nooks and crannies, all the little nuances of what that game has to offer. And I think this game is very similar as well. So that's all I wanted to say about Sub-Terrania. I think for the price of this game, because it's dirt cheap, I think it's a hell of a bargain. And I think this is probably one of, if not the most overlooked game on the Sega Genesis. So that's it. That's my little spiel on Sub-Terrania. Let me know if you guys have played this game. Again, I think the graphics are really good. There's some good parallax scrolling in this game, as Sega Lord X likes to say. Good music, tight controls, good gameplay. And the only thing you might be able to nitpick about is the fact that there's only 9 levels. But again, if you can master those 9 levels, you can get through them. Boy, what an accomplishment that would be. So anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts on Sub-Terrania. That's going to do it for this video. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.